I believe you have to okay it from your end. Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna start standing up nice and tall. Welcome. All right, so nice and tall. And again, if this is one of your first times here, don't worry, there's a lot of weird cueing. Don't worry, just move and I will be happy to answer any questions after the class. All right, have your feet hip distance. So usually when we say hip distance, it's kind of like these little pokey parts in the front. Arc the arms down at your side. All right, and just for a moment, just see if you can close the eyes, or if closing the eyes is not comfortable for you today, maybe a little gentle nod of the chin, so you're looking somewhere to the tip of your nose. And let's just focus on the breath. And as you inhale, your belly rises. As you exhale, your belly sinks in. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly sinks in. Just a couple more times here on your own pace. And as you come into a stillness, can you let go of whatever you were doing before the class? And can you let go of all your to-do lists? They'll be there after the class, I promise. Just see if you can let everything go. Notice the feet underneath you and just notice where you're holding the weight in your feet. Is it maybe outside edges of the feet, inside edges of the feet, your toes or your heels? Just notice, no right or wrong, no need to fix anything. All right, stay here with your breath. Gently blink your eyes open, palms face each other. We're gonna reach your arms overhead and then down at your side. Palms face each other. You reach your arms overhead. Sorry, my arms are cutting off here. And down at your side. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, you lower, right? So I'm gonna turn sideways here. What often happens, right, because this is kind of like we're accessing more shoulders here. See if you can keep your ribs and the hips, kind of like cinching sensation between the rib and hip as you reach your arms overhead. What often happens, I'm gonna exaggerate here, we reach your arms overhead, we're kind of like, you know, doing this, like kind of like arcing through the spine. See if you can keep the movement only through the shoulders, right? Without arcing through the spine, without flaring your ribs forward. The movement might feel maybe less, right? If this is your range of motion, better than arcing through the spine. Right? Just a couple more times. Right away, we're accessing the shoulders. Ha. Next time, as you reach arms overhead, lift your heels, lower the arms, lower the heels. Inhale, reach, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach, lift. Exhale, lower. A couple of more times. And as you're reaching your heels, can you press a little bit more into your big toes? Right, and you're now like, oh, okay, why am I lifting the heels if you're working the neck? Well, there's a long, long line that runs all the way from the soles of the feet, all the way up the neck and head, so where the skull meets the neck, right? So when we're working the feet and toes, we're actually working the neck as well. All right, next time as you reach your heels, as you reach your arms overhead, we're gonna pause here, circle the arms around, reach up, circle the arms around, keep your heels nice and high. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, you circle. Woo. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, you circle. Keep pressing into your big toes. Good. One more time. Inhale, you reach. Circle around, hold. Can you lift your heels a little bit higher up? Inhale. As you exhale, lower the heels down. Good. And then from here, standing nice and tall, again, feet are hip distance. Can you turn your head to the right? Come back to the center, turn the head to the left, and center, and just very gently noticing here the range of motion, right? So ideally neck towards, ideally neck, chin towards the shoulder, right? As you're turning from side to side. One more time each side, and come back to the center. Can you tip the ear towards the shoulder and then come nice and tall? Ear towards the shoulder, nice and tall. Ear towards the shoulder, nice and tall. And noticing here, if you're maybe a little bit swaying through the torso, can you isolate the movement only through the neck? Very gently. All right, so I'm going to show you a few exercises that we use in a clinical protocol for the people that have a little bit of neck issues and maybe a little bit of shoulder issues as well. All right, I'm nice and tall here. And then from here, you're going to bring your shoulders up towards the ears and straight back down. Up towards your ears, straight back down. Right, so noticing here, I'm going to turn sideways. As you reach your shoulders up, noticing if the shoulders are going forward or back. Right, so it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. All right, a couple more times. You reach up, lower down. You reach up, lower down. One more time, you reach, and then lower down. And from here, you're going to go back, up, and front. So back, up, and front, just rolling the shoulders. All right, so see if you can relax your neck here. We're going back, up, and around. Back, up, and around. One more time this way. And then we're going to switch. You're going to go forward, up, and around. Forward, up, and around. Forward, up, and around. One more time. Forward, up, and around. All right, relax a little bit here. And you're going to come, if you're using the mat, you're going to come somewhere to the edge of your mat. We're going to do a little bit of roll up just to warm up the spine. You're going to take a deep inhale, reach your arms overhead. As you exhale, dive forward, round the spine, bend the knees. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, press equally to the both feet. And then really slowly keep your abdominals in. Very slowly stack your spine, one vertebra at a time, nice and tall. One more time. Inhale, you reach your arms overhead. As you exhale, you dive forward, round the spine, bend the knees. Inhale, as you exhale, press equally to the both feet, and then really slowly stack your spine, one vertebra at a time. As you're stacking, notice your shoulders on top of the ribs, your neck, head, chin. Last one to come up. One more time. Inhale, you reach. As you exhale, you dive forward, round the spine, bend the knees, and then come onto your hands and knees. So onto your hands and knees, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. We're going to drop the head heavy. So drop your head heavy, neck is relaxed. And really take a moment here to let go of your head. Right? We often kind of like, I'm a little bit scared to let go of my head, my neck will hurt. And so really see if you can take a little moment just to have your head heavy. Right? So just let go of the head. Head is heavy, right? So head is like 12 pounds. Right? So just really relax the neck here. All right, so you're gonna keep your head where it is and see if you can listen to the cues rather than straightening the neck towards the screen. And of course, if you need to look up, do so. All right, keeping your head heavy, neck relaxed. You're gonna drop your chest in between the arms. Shoulder blades will come together. Arms are long. And then you're gonna press long. Shoulder blades will separate. So I'm gonna just come a little bit closer here. You can see we're keeping the spine long. So you drop your chest in between the arms, shoulder blades come together, you press long, shoulder blades separate, right? So it's a little bit of, I'm gonna show you, so a little bit of shoulder protraction and retraction, right? Sometimes my first time doing this was just kind of like, oh, what am I doing here, right? It's very hard sometimes to access, especially if the upper back is tight, right? So you're dropping, shoulder blades come together, you press long. You drop, shoulder blades come together, you press long. Keep your head heavy, yeah. All right, so keep your spine nice and long. Notice the shoulder blades coming together as you drop your chest, the shoulder blades separating as you press long. Let's add the breath. Can you inhale as your shoulder blades separate? Can you exhale as you drop your chest? Inhale as your shoulder blades separate. Exhale as you drop your chest. Keep your head heavy. Keep your neck relaxed. Right? So noticing when you kind of like focus on one part of the body, then we forget about the other parts. So keep your head nice and heavy. All right, couple of more times. It's a quite small movement, right? All right. We're going to meet somewhere between these two movements. I'm going to come back onto the mat. Somewhere between these two movements, you're back onto your hands and knees. You're going to lift your head. You're looking somewhere between your hands. Tall, long spine. We're going to hinge the hips down towards the heels. Come back up into all fours. Hinge your hips down. Come back up. Right. I want you to think here your sit bones are like little headlights of a car. So they're kind of going parallel, right? Noticing if you're rounding the pelvis as you're going back. I want to keep the tailbone long. So what this does is just resets the thigh bone a little bit back into the hip socket. And we hinge back and come back up and hinge back. And then come up one more time. Let's hinge back and then come sit onto your heels. We're going to swing the legs in front, right? We're going to access a little bit core here, a little bit differently. We're going to sit nice and tall, move any fleshy parts away from your sit bones. Right? Yeah. So really moving the sit bones, really feeling the sit bones underneath you. Knees are bent, hip distance, and you're going to place both palms somewhere at the back of your thighs. Avoid the inside of the knee joint. We're going to look straight in front, tall, long spine, shoulders down the back. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to hinge back of your sit bones, back of your pelvis into your little lean. And then slowly roll all the way up, rolling over the sit bones. And again, we're going to hinge back, back of your sit bones, back of your pelvis. And then slowly roll all the way up, sitting over your sit bones. All right, a couple of more times here, noticing your spine here. I want to keep the spine nice and long. Noticing your gaze, right? As you hinge, are you starting to look up? Can you look straight in front? Cervical spine, so neck, back of the neck, nice and long. All right, one more time. I'm gonna hinge back of your sit bones, back of your pelvis, hold. Shoulders down the back, collarbone nice and open. Let's reach both arms up towards the sky. Oh, shakes. Lower the arms down at your sides. Inhale as you reach, hold your hinge. Exhale as you lower the arms down at your sides. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, you reach. Ooh, exhale as you lower. One more time. Let's reach the arms up, hold. Extend your legs nice and long. Inhale as you exhale, slowly articulating your spine, lower all the way down. Right, so this little lean is really great exercise to access the core, but at the same time the neck, right? So it's a core stabilization exercise, but at the same time we're working the neck a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna bend your knees in, arc your arms down at your sides. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat, hip distance. And just for a moment here, find your neutral spine. So neutral spine, just the way lying down on your back body. Little tiny dip in your low back, hips are leveled, heavy tailbone. Let's take a deep inhale. As you exhale, curl the tailbone, press into your feet equally, and then really slowly peel the spine, come into your bridge. So the bridge is low, it's not a really high one. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly massaging your spine, lower all the way down. And again, inhale as you exhale, curl the tailbone towards your belly button. Press equally to the both feet and then really slowly peel the spine, one vertebra at a time, coming to your bridge. Bridge is great if you sit a lot at the desk. It's like an advil for your headache. All right, take a deep inhale at the top. As you exhale, slowly massaging your spine, lower your hips down. All right, we're gonna hold here. Find back your neutral spine, reach your arms in front of the chest, glue the palms together. So palms are together, arms are nice and long. We're gonna tip the arms to the right. Come back to the center, tip your arms to the left and center. And again, you tip and center. All right, can you turn your head, neck, and the eyes? Let it follow the arms. Can you keep your arms nice and long? without bending your elbows, right? So the moment you're noticing maybe if the elbows are bending or you're sliding the palms, stop right before that happens, right? So this is body compensating for the spine rotation. Body's like, oh yeah, I like to compensate, so I'm gonna do this. All right, couple more times, noticing here the rolling motion through the upper back. All right, let's come back to the center. Keep your head in the center. Now, just the arms tip to the side. Come back to the center. The other way, tip to the side and center. Inhale, you tip. Exhale, center. Inhale, you tip. Exhale, center. Right, so keep your palms glued together. We're now looking straight up towards the sky. So what this does, we're just mobilizing a little bit thoracic spine, moving from the lower spine. Now we're in the mid back somewhere. And you might notice your mid ribs moving here as well. All right, come back to the center. And now you're gonna tip your arms to the right, look over to the left. And center. Tip your arms to the left, look over to the right. And center. Inhale, you tip, you turn. Exhale, center. Inhale, you tip, you turn. Exhale, center. Right, so noticing here, now we're up, moving through the spine. Now we're in a cervical spine. A little bit of upper back here. All right, a couple of more times. So mobilizing it. When we mobilize the thoracic spine, we're mobilizing the shoulders as well, shoulder blades as well. All right, come back to the center, lower the arms down at your sides, palms face down, find your neutral spine back again. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, curl the tailbone, press into your feet equally through the both feet, and really slowly peel the spine, come back into your bridge. Deep inhale at the top. As you exhale, slowly massaging your spine, lower all the way down. One more time, inhale. As you exhale, curl the tailbone, press into your feet equally through the both feet, and really slowly peel the spine, one vertebra at a time, come into your bridge. You're gonna hold the bridge, right? So respectfully, wherever your bra line is, if you're wearing bra today, that's okay, right? That's okay. But imagine, wherever your bra line is, that's where the ribs are touching the floor. So it's quite low bridge. All right, we're gonna reach your arms in front of the chest, palms face each other. Can you lift your heels? Drop your heels, lift the toes. Lift the heels. So drop your heels, lift the toes. Lift the heels. So drop your heels, lift the toes. And again, you'll lift the heels. Drop the heels, lift the toes. Couple of more times. Each way. It's like you're rolling through your feet here. Each time you lift the heels, can you press a little bit more into your big toes? All right, let's lower the feet flat down onto the floor. Keep your bridge. Arc the arms in front of the chest, palms face each other. You're gonna reach your arms up towards the sky, like you wanna touch something on the ceiling, and then plug the arm bones back into the shoulder sockets. Inhale, you reach, shoulder blades separate. Exhale, plug the arm bones back into the shoulder sockets, right? Same thing we did on all fours, but now we're mobilizing in the bridge. So holding the bridge. We're reaching up, and then we're plugging back in. Notice the shoulder blades separate as you reach. The shoulder blades coming back together as you plug the arm bones back in. All right, next time, as you plug the arm bones back into your shoulder sockets, hold here. You're gonna reach your arms overhead and then down at your side. Inhale, you reach your arms overhead. Exhale, down at your side. Inhale, you reach your arms overhead. Exhale, arc the arms down at your side. One more time, reach your arms overhead. Arc the arms down at your sides. Pause. Palms face down. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale slowly, can you first lower your upper back, then your mid back, then your low back, then pelvis touch the floor. All right, find back your neutral spine, knees are bent. You're gonna have your arms as a goalie pose, like a little cactus. So elbows are bent, right? Elbows, shoulders in the same line. We're going to access the little bit of muscles in the front of the neck just to help the neck, the head to go back a little bit in the neutral. All right, so from here, you're going to nod your chin, but I want you to think nodding from the bridge of your nose. So you're going to nod your chin from the bridge of the nose and then come back. Nod the chin from the bridge of the nose, right? So I'm going to come a little bit closer. You can even place like little your finger in between your eyebrows just to guide the movement, right? So small little nod from the bridge of the nose. What this does is just opens up a little bit upper cervical spine that gets really stuck. We get headaches there usually, right? From when it's really stuck. So just think about elongating the back of the neck where the skull meets the neck as you're nodding your chin. All right, next time, as you nod your chin, hold, and you're gonna make like a triple chin, like a double chin. And then from there, we're gonna hover the head. Tiny little hover of the head. And then slowly lower down. All right, we're gonna do only 3 more of these. As you're hovering the head, think about tiny little piece of paper going underneath your head. And again, I'm gonna nod the chin from the bridge of the nose, hover the head, lower the head. Nod your chin from the bridge of the nose. You're gonna nod from the bridge of the nose, hover the head, lower the head. One more time, you nod, hover the head, and then say eek. I know it's weird, but it works. Say eek, eek, and then slowly lower the head. All right. So gently just relax the neck from side to side. Maybe you can just roll a bit from side to side. So again, what this does, we're accessing these muscles in the front of the neck to pull the head back in space, a little bit into the neutral spine. All right, you're gonna come onto your side body. So come onto your side, just roll onto your side body, and we're gonna come onto the forearm. So this is another exercise that it's great to access core stability, neck stability as well, without doing like ab curls and all of that. Okay, so you're gonna come onto your forearm. One great exercise for the shoulder stability. All right, so really be careful here, shoulder and the elbow in the same line, knees are stacked, top foot forward, bottom leg back. So notice this, over that, right, so nice and long, pulling the ribs up and away from the floor, and you want to pull the shoulder a little bit back in space. So this is where the shoulder is in neutral. Notice your head, notice your neck. It's extension of the spine, right? So we want to keep the spine nice and long. All right, you're going to reach your arm up towards the sky. You're going to press into your feet. Absolutely, again, you can stay here, but if you want a little bit more, you're going to press into your feet. You're going to lift the pelvis. And then slowly with control, lower it down. You press, you lift. Slowly lower down. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, press and lift and hold. Bend your elbow. You're going to thread the arm underneath the armpit. Look where the arm is going. And then open up. And again, you thread the arm underneath the armpit. And you open up. One more time. Thread the arm underneath the armpit. Open up, hold. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the arm and then lower the hips. All right, we're going to do a little bit of test here. Come onto your back body, bend your knees in, arc the arms down at your sides, close the eyes. So noticing here, the arm that you were just on, can you maybe notice that shoulder a little bit more back in the socket? Maybe the shoulder blade feels a little bit more flushed at the back. And so just notice if there's any difference between the right and left shoulder. And these are just the guidelines, right? We're all different, so just noticing. All right, let's extend the legs long. So you're gonna extend your legs long, point your toes, flex the feet, point the ankles, point the toes, flex the feet. One more time, point. One more time, flex, hold the flex, the toes towards the nose. Reach your arms in front of the chest, palms face each other. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to nod your chin. hinge through the ribs, head levitates, hinge through the hips, and then come all the way up. And again, the roll up is however you come up, it's perfect. The roll up it's not just the core, it's a lot of the hip and hip flexors and hips and how the spine is flexible. So it's all perfect. All right, let's come nice and tall here. So you're gonna sit nice and tall back onto your sit bones. Move any fleshy parts away if needed from your sit bones, nice and tall. Good. And then from here, keep both palms again back of your legs. Sitting nice and tall, long spine. Look straight in front. Again, back of the neck nice and long. Take a deep inhale as you exhale. Come back of your sit bones, back of your pelvis into your little lean. It doesn't have to be a big one, but I really want you to find that sweet little spot where you're shaking. So this is also neck exercise. Ta-da! And then come all the way up, nice and tall. And again, you're gonna hinge back, back of your sit bones, back of your pelvis, into your little lean. And then slowly come all the way up. One more time, you're gonna hinge back of your sit bones, back of your pelvis into your little lean. Think about the cinching sensation between the rib and the hip. How's everybody doing? All right, let's reach your arms overhead. Woo! Down at your side. Go slow. Keep your hinge. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, you lower. So the slower you go, the more control, the more stronger you get, right? There's more time for muscle to work, rather than kind of like just flinging up and down our arms and legs. All right, a couple more times. Woo, find your shake as you reach your arms. And then lower the arms one more time. Let's reach your arms up towards the sky. Hold. Extend your legs long. Inhale as you exhale, come all the way up. Good, nice. All right, come nice and tall. We're gonna swing the legs. We're gonna do the other side. I did not forget about the other side. All right. So you're gonna come onto your forearm. And again, really be mindful here. Shoulder and the elbow. We wanna stack the joints. We wanna support the joints rather than what often happens is this. Right, you come up and then the elbow is away from the shoulder. This is gonna hurt in the shoulder and the neck. Right, so you really wanna be mindful stacking the joints. Okay, shoulder, elbow in the same line, top foot forward, bottom leg back. Lift your bottom ribs up and away from the floor, noticing where your neck is. Can you notice that the neck is working here, right? Side of the neck working here a little bit. Okay, reach your arm up towards the sky. And again, you can absolutely stay here, or you can press into the feet, lift the pelvis. Slowly lower down, go slow. You inhale, you press, you lift. You exhale, lower down. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, lower down. One more time, let's press and lift and hold. You're gonna thread the arm underneath the armpit. Look where the arm is going. So turning neck, head, and the eyes. And then open up. You thread the arm underneath the armpit. And you open up. And again, as you thread the arm underneath the armpit, can you keep your hips nice and high? One more time, you thread the arm underneath the arm. And then come back, hold. Inhale as you exhale over the arm. And then slowly lower the hips. All right, come back onto your back body. And again, arc the arms down at your sides. Close the eyes. And see if you feel any difference between your right and left shoulder. Again, maybe that side feels a little bit more open. Maybe the shoulder blade feels a little bit flushed, more flushed at the back. Good, let's extend the legs long back. Again, you're gonna point your toes, flex the feet, point the ankles, point the toes, flex the feet. One more time, point, hold the point, squeeze your inner thighs. So now we're gonna do a roll up with the pointed toes. Reach your arms in front of the chest, palms face each other. Inhale, as you exhale, nod from the bridge of the nose. Hinge through the ribs, head levitates. Hinge through the hips, jaw long spine, and come all the way up. Fold over your legs, round your spine a little bit. And take a deep inhale and long exhale. Deep inhale, long exhale. All right, gently roll your spine nice and tall, crisscross the ankles. We're gonna come onto the hands and knees. So back onto your hands and knees. And now that we've done a little bit more shoulder stability, see, maybe, just maybe, you're feeling a little bit more stable into your hands and knees. And again, noticing really stacking the joints, right? So ankles and the shoulders, wrists and the shoulders, ankles and knees and the hips. Sometimes I do forget the parts of the body, but hey, okay. They're gonna press nice and tall, and it's almost like you're popping through the upper back, right? So noticing this over that. So strong shoulders, stability in the shoulders. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, tuck your toes, hover the knees. Little hover of your knees. Strong through your shoulders. And again, it's almost like you're puffing through the upper back. For 4, for 3, 2, and 1. All right, lower the knees down and then come on to your bellies. We're gonna access the neck and the shoulders from the back, and a little bit of back body as well. Okay, so you're gonna have your arms back at the goalie pose, just like a little cactus. Your forehead is down. Absolutely, you can take a look just for a few times and then see if you can just follow the cues. Okay, so your arms are back into a little goalie pose. Your forehead is down. So I'm gonna just keep my head a little bit up. You can hear me better, but your forehead is down. You're gonna nod your chin from the bridge of the nose and then peel the face off the floor, hovering the head, and then lower down. So nod your chin from the bridge of the nose, finding this length in the back of the neck. Hover the head. Lower the head, right? So what this does, this loosens up the upper cervical spine. But noticing here, as you're hovering the head, you're looking down. So not a lot of creases in the back of the neck. Think about having face mask on your face, and you're pulling the face off your face mask, like algae or I don't know, charcoal, whatever, whichever mask you like that. So you're hovering, but you're looking down and you're peeling the face off the floor. Right, so noticing when you lift the head, noticing this lengthening through the back of the neck, maybe a little bit more strengthening in between the shoulder blades as well. All right, so lower the head down. You're gonna roll the shoulder blades up and away from the floor. So roll the shoulder blades up and away from the floor. Keep them that way. You're gonna hover the arms. Lower the arms. Hover the arms. Lower the arms. Forehead is down on the floor. I'm just keeping my head up. You can hear me better. But really noticing here, rolling the shoulder blades up and away from the floor as you hover the arms, as you lower the arms as well. Yes, there's a lot of shoulder stability as we're hovering and lowering the arms. One more time, let's hover and then lower the arms down. Right, we're gonna put everything together. So you're gonna nod your chin, hover the head, and then you're gonna lead with the breastbone coming to your little spine extension. Slowly lower the chest, lower the forehead. And again, nod your chin, hover the head, lead with the top of your breastbone coming to your spine extension. And then slowly lower the chest, lower the forehead. One more time. Nod your chin, hover the head, lead with the breastbone coming to your spine extension. Hold. Pull your belly button up and away from the floor, noticing the back of the neck, right? Not a lot of creases in the back of the neck. Can you hover the arms? Lower the arms. Hover the arms. Lower the arms. Hover the arms. Lower the arms. One more time. Hover, hold. Lower the arms. Lower the chest and lower the head. Place one ear on top of your mat. Take a deep inhale here. And a long exhale. Deep inhale. Long exhale. And then turn your head to the opposite direction, the other ear on top of your mat. As you're breathing here, can you send a little bit more breath into your back ribs, into your low back, noticing that the breath is 360. As your front ribs, your side ribs, and back ribs expand. As you inhale, the ribs sink back in as you exhale. All right, gently come back to the center. Place both palms next towards your ribs. Come back onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes and then drag the sit bones up towards the sky. Find your little downward facing dog. We're gonna pedal the feet here. Head is heavy, little pedals. Bending one knee at a time, placing the opposite heel down on the floor. And as you're doing these little pedals, start making tiny little steps coming towards your hands. Back into your forward fold, really bend the knees deeply to protect the low back. Rest the belly on your thighs, head is heavy. Take a deep inhale, a long exhale. Deep inhale, a long exhale. Couple more times. And really resting the belly on your thighs. Head is heavy, neck is relaxed. All right, come back to the center if you're swaying. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, press equally to the both feet. Keep your abdominals and keep your knees bent as you slowly stack your spine one vertebra at a time. So your pelvis comes first, then your low belly, then your belly button, your ribs, your shoulders on top of the ribs, your neck, head, chin, and then the knees extend nice and tall. Good. All right, let's stand nice and tall with your hip distance. Arm the arms down at your side. Can you turn the head to the right? Come back to the center. Turn your head to the left. And center. So just noticing here, maybe you feel a little bit more range of motion in the neck. But I'm going to ask you to think, where's the head turning from? So the head is turning from the space, from the spot where the head meets the neck. Right, so from the upper part of the neck, not the whole neck, right? So I just want you to think a little bit about that. That's your homework, thinking. It's often said that Pilates is a thinker's exercise. All right, let's come back to the center. And now you're going to tip your ear to the shoulder and center. The other ear to the shoulder and center. And little tip and center. And little tip and center. One more time each way. Come back to the center. Arc the arms down at your sides. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms overhead. And circle the arms around. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, circle around. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, circle around one more time. You reach. And then circle the arms around. That's a nice and tall. Close the eyes just for a moment. And see, maybe, just maybe you feel a little bit more open through the back of the neck, in between the shoulder blades. And maybe as you're standing here, a little nod of the chin, so you're lengthening the back of the neck. Close the eyes if you're comfortable with that. Notice your feet back again. Notice the pelvis underneath you. Come back to your breath. As you inhale, your belly rises. As you exhale, your belly sinks in. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly sinks in. One more time. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly sinks in. Come back to your normal breathing. Gently blink your eyes open if you had them closed. You're all done. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me know. I'm just going to grab my glasses. Let me know if you have any questions. So
Great.
these little tiny exercises, this often happens, right, with texting and everything. So a lot of times the upper cervical spine gets stuck. So we were just trying with this little nod to loosen up the upper cervical spine, and with these little head hovers to pull the head back, right? So this is kind of like neutral, right? Without that. I'm exaggerating. I like to exaggerate, but pull the chicken head. Right. So these can be done. This is just a clinical protocol that we use for people that have neck issues. So I just thought we would benefit from that. If you have any questions, let me know.
That was wonderful.
Awesome.
And looser. Thank you.
Good. All right. So now go back to your desk.
Right. Thank you.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you,
Thank
Lisa.
you.
Thanks, Maya.
Oh, it was wonderful. Thank you, Maya. That was great.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you next
Thank
Monday,
you.
right? It's Mondays at 12.
It's now in August, every other Monday. So we have one more. 20. Ooh, last Monday in August, 20.
Got it.
29.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.
Take care. Have a good
Bye.
day.
You too.
Bye.
You too. Bye. Bye.